Unlike any contestant that I've ever seen, from the start of the show, she instantly stood out not just for her beauty, she possessed a silent presence, a regal je ne sais quoi that captivates men and women and the audience at large, leaving them wanting more. Her silent presence and enigmatic aura speaks on her behalf. She doesn't need to yell or scream for attention. Her unique mindset is so compelling that even a man who once left her found himself crawling back, drawn by her irresistible charm. Her whole demeanor is regal and enchanting, and shockingly enough, replicable. Like a painter with a brush, you too can craft this such of impression that will leave people thinking of you and wanting more. And the beauty about all of this, it too can be learned. So in this video, we will dissect Grace's strong and yet feminine presence so that you too can become unforgettable wherever you go. And if you guys want more attention, if you guys want me to show you how to do it on an individual basis, you guys can work with Father Alex by clicking in the description down below, and you can have me on the phone today. So if you guys can book 10, 15, 30, 45 1-hour calls with me today. So if you want to do that, click in the description down below where it says work with Father Alex, and I will be closing the channel if you do that. Now, the first quality that she has is that she has a low tolerance for BS. This is something that men can feel non-verbally. Low tolerance is something that me as a guy can smell from a mile away. And if I sense that you have that you have low tolerance for my BS, I can promise you most guys will behave a little bit more. They'll treat you with more respect. If they sense you have a lot of tolerance for bullshit, then what the heck do you think is going to happen? They're going to test you. And you know what happens with humans? One, they cannot say no to an easy victory, an easy prey. Two, they're always sensing for weakness on your part, whether you're sending those signals conscious or unconsciously. And three, if they know you're going to fight back, they'd rather leave you alone. But if they know you're not going to fight back, they'll pounce. The nicest person will pounce on you. Why? Because it elicits the natural predatory drive in people to take advantage of people. That's just how it is, right? So just having low tolerance, stop being so tolerant, stop being so angelic. Learn to not take their BS, but you got to do it a certain way. And we're going to talk about how she does it, because you can't just be low tolerant and go Bronx mode on people. She is willing to show negative emotions. People of power, men who have a lot of charisma, women who have a lot of charisma, women who attract a lot of guys, one of the things you'll notice is that they're more, when they're bored, they show it. When they're angry, they show it. Right now, we're not talking about when you're angry, you stab the motherfucker, right? Put the knife down. I mean that when you're mad, you don't just keep that creepy face. Yeah, I'm really happy and sad, right? You just like go like, you know that meme of that girl where she's like that, a simmer, not a nuclear explosion, no Bronx mode, a simmer of anger like that. You know, white rage, right? Where you just hold it in and you get back at them at the end, right? When you have willingness to show negative emotions, to me, that is a beautiful starting point with showing people that you have worth. Because only people who have high value have a willingness to show negative emotions. When you're not willing to show negative emotions, you know what that means? It shows fear, ladies and gentlemen. It shows fear. Want to show someone that you're not afraid to lose them? Give them a dose of negative emotions, and you'll see what happens. Which comes down into the next one. Learn to have a resting bitch face. When you're having a discussion with someone about something that they're doing wrong, you show your value not through having that happy face or even that freaking empathic ass face that women show when they go to Africa, right? No, keep that shit. No, I don't want that. Learn to have a resting bitch face when moments of conflict arise. Stop trying to smile to reduce the tension. Get out of here. Oh, sorry. Why is Father Alex so aggravated today, man? Why? Because a lot of the times we smile to reduce the tension. Fuck that shit. Keep that tension up, right? Keep that tension. Show people that you're willing to make things uncomfortable. Every woman, I'm telling you, man, look, even though that Russian chick was wild and crazy, a part of me, in terms of what guys, a part of me knows a lot of guys literally bow at her knees and kiss it because of the way she behaves. Her willingness to show negative emotions causes guys to literally do everything for her. Now, it goes a little bit too far, right? When you just start little like, hey, can you get me that? Hey, Suka, calm the hell down. Don't be going like that to Father Alex, okay? Don't be afraid to show that you're not happy with someone simply because it'll always give you a strategic advantage. Now, the next one is the voice, right? What she does is nothing shows when nothing shows that you're really scared, that you really are scared to lose someone, than having that supplicating voice that, oh my God, I thought you were leaving. Don't leave me, right? As opposed to, I thought you were leaving. Right? Actually, don't leave me. You can't just say don't leave me and trying to sound cool, right? But it's almost like
pretty much since I've got in here, you've been like, there's no one else I want to get to know. And
yeah, but then someone's came in and she's a nice girl. Like, I'd be silly just to say, oh, sorry, I can't. I'm completely closed off, written off, can't get to know.
Learn to have that down voice. It's like when kids are misbehaving. Parents don't be like, hey little Tyrone, can you stop fighting? You know, you're like, hey little Tyrone, stop fighting. Like a down voice. Down voice. It shows authority. Nothing shows that you have self-worth than learning how to speak to people in a downward voice when they're messing up. So that's one thing of the qualities that she has. And honestly, a big part of life is learning how to not talk in that down voice. Nothing shows people that you are afraid or that you have no sense of control or that you don't deserve respect and having the upward voice. And I live in Mexico here, and a lot of the girls talk like that, the upward, where she'll be talking to me as a friend and she'll talk normal. But when she talks to her boss, I'll notice they'll be like, oh, see, oh, no. Like they even squeak up the voice, and it just starts like just going up, like just squeaking up, right? It shows weakness. And nothing, look, I'll be honest with you, whenever I fuck up and a woman talks to me like this, they're like, yo, Delexis, you cut the bullshit. I'm not even gonna lie, it's kind of hot. It's kind of hot, you know. And I'll be honest, a part of me feels like I fuck up sometimes on purpose just to get that side out of them. Because sometimes, you know, with at least with me, it's kind of like I prefer women who are willing to call my bullshit, you know. And when they don't call my bullshit, I don't know. I don't know. That's just me, right? So the voice, downward voice rather than upward voice. The next one is the posture, people. It's underrated because it's something that most people don't really pay attention because it just gets into the background and we don't really notice how it affects us. But you want to learn how to have this posture. An L posture, like a freaking Pythagorean theorem type of equation. You don't want no freaking Galileo as apple falling from the tree type of geometry. You want straightness. You don't want no roundness. You want straightness with your body language. And you'll notice her when she's chastising him, putting him in his place. It's a combination of straight of the voice and a straight back. And not just that, leaning back, like leaning back like this. Heck, she might even freaking be chewing on like picking on her. You know, I got like a tooth, but she's like, oh, really? Oh, you want me back? Okay, right? That posture shows that I'm the one in control, right? Even though he's the one trying to put her down, she's the one in control. Because what you're telling me is not changing my body language, right? And you'll notice in the video, you see here how he's more leaning forward and she's leaning back. That's a reflection of their inner mindset. Remember, body language speaks the mind. And honestly, her body language and her demeanor reminds me of that of Georgina, the manager. For example, I remember one time I forgot my papers. We went to a case working meeting to see his family who was like, you know, fighting with each other. And I forgot the paperwork. And she was like, Alexis, do you have the paperwork? And I'm like, no, Georgina. She literally didn't say a fucking word. She just looked at me like she was like that. And then she was like, no, she was like, we'll be back. And then she was like, we got in the car, and I'm in the car like. She's like, didn't say a word. She was sick of my shit, right? Georgina is literally the example of that. She would like, when you would mess up, she would literally like, she would barely move her body. She would like that. She would literally look like that. Like an economy of motion, beautiful back, like in terms of like, oh my God, Alex. No, in terms of like posture, just like And it created an impression to all of us at the job that she was the boss when in reality she wasn't. And the next thing that she incorporates, which I feel like is very important, is the eye contact, ladies and gentlemen. Eye contact, right? And what she does is that when she's arguing with him, when she's telling him the BS that he's doing, she doesn't look away. She looks at him like she just stares like. And you'll notice when she's trying to, when they're having a discussion about the problem, how he's consistently looking away. Making straight on eye contact is a sign that you don't intimidate me. It's a sign that I am not afraid. Especially when you have your back straight and the voice is like straight down and eye contact, you give the principal vibe. This vibe is intimidating, and this vibe, I'm telling you, is really, really attractive. Ladies and gentlemen, I know guys act like they don't want women to tell them what to do, but nothing is more attractive than a woman who's angry but strong, than a woman who's angry but is not going to stab us. A woman who we know we fucked up. There's something about seeing a woman's anger that blends in with the feminine. Now, not the type of anger where she's freaking hollering, sounding like going Bronx mode on you. Like, no, just a simmering anger, like not a boiling point type of anger, but a simmering anger where you can see the bubbles, but it's not completely boiling over on your face. And usually you show your powerful side during conflict. I could promise you he did not see this side of her before. She only showed him that I don't want to take your motherfucking bullshit when he started messing up, and that's when she showed her fangs. She doesn't show her fangs when you're behaving. She only showed her fangs when you're messing up. And that's why conflict resolution for me is the best way, without words, to show people that you have high self. The beauty about the next one is that she takes the cards that are dealt, but if she doesn't like the cards, she throws them away. In other words, he's dealing her a card of a triangle. He's saying, hey, compete for me. And she's like, we ain't doing that. I don't want those cards. I want to fold. She's like, but it's me. I like, he says, oh, I met a girl and I gotta say hi. She has to be cool enough. She's like, no, I don't want to play this game. No. He's like, but you're not gonna compete. No, I don't want to compete. The cards that I'm gonna give you is my exit.
Get to know anyone like.
I'm not being in some little triangle.
What's a word for that? Bozo, right? Come on, man. And what happens, what some women will do is she's like, oh, you gave me these cards? Oh, okay, I guess I'll play them. Fuck out of here with those cards. Next one. She's not completely detached. She's detached, but this is what I want you guys to remember this, right? Editor, put this. High intention, low attachment. That's what she exemplifies. High intention, low attachment. I want you. But if you're going to start with that bullshit, I'm going to walk away. And unfortunately, if you're somebody that's extremely unhappy, you will not be... Jesus Christ. You will not be able to do this. If you're unhappy, isolated, no communing, you won't be able to do this. Because the pain will be too much for you.
Yeah.
Let me
Just
have my
need to let out the
delay.
emotions. Don't hold.
Notice how at the end of the clip when she's crying, she had the support of her friends or her competitors, right? And that allows you to be able to let go. But if you're alone and you're grieving and you don't want to lose someone and you're alone, and it's going to be a little bit harder to do, like it's going to be a little bit harder to show somebody that you're willing to walk away when you have no support. And the next thing that she does, she knows how to have a poker face. It's very important to have a poker face, right? Especially when there's conflict, especially when the conflict is very important for the relationship. Learning how to have that poker face will show them that you're not here to fuck around. Like, you either fix this or I'm gone. And what I like about it is that she didn't try to change him. She didn't try to say, hey, please don't do this. Please don't leave. She's like, if you're going to do this, then I'm not going to be here.
Sweet.
Sweet.
It kind of exposes that this guy really was just bluffing, that this guy really liked her, but he also wanted his options open. And the beauty about her is that she walked away completely. After she decided that he is not it, after she started crying, she said, you know what, this guy's a clown.
He's such a prick.
And the way that she talked to him throughout the whole show was kind of funny. It's almost like like he was the jester of the place for her, right? She was like, yo, dude, like, you're an idiot, right? She literally didn't respect him. And that's the thing. The low tolerance, when somebody's giving you this bullshit, you don't want to see him as like, oh my God, you're so attractive, I want you. You want to see them as like, yo, you are a clown. You are a clown. You know, you ruined this. Honestly, this happened to me one time. Remember that girl from last year that she liked me and stuff like that, but she still went back to her ex who was a freaking bum. Like, honestly, he owed her money. And she was like, oh, you know, he's staying in my place and blah, 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 blah. I can't keep him. I can't let him go because he'll be homeless. I was like, you know what, bitch? Fuck that shit, man. If you're gonna be having a tough time knowing whether to be with me than with your boyfriend who literally owes you money and now he's homeless, then you know what? You deserve him. You deserve him. Go to him. I am not gonna fight. I am not gonna try to change your mind, because it's almost like the Bible says, don't throw pearls at pigs. Don't give good things to people who don't deserve it or who can't recognize goodness. See, so that's what she did. She was like, dude, if you're gonna be trying to put me in a competition, I'm opting out. And this is why throughout the whole show you could tell it hurt him. Because she walked away. Look at this clip, right? She's literally walking away from him, and he wants to fight more. He wants to argue more. So he's walking in her direction, and she's like, "Hey, bye. I said bye. I don't want to do bye." Where most people would have gotten involved in the drama, argued, fought, that kind of stuff. And when you engage yourself in the hoodness, all of us, your value lowers. Because you're showing them, you know what? I'm the same way as you do. Never tolerate people's drama. Don't fight. Don't argue. Just walk away. If they're putting any form of resistance, if you're noticing that they're not respecting your boundaries, walk away. Don't say nothing. Walk away in silence. Because your silence is going to kill them inside, okay? And if you want to learn more how to do this, ladies and gentlemen, you guys can just purchase some of my courses. For example, the Psychological Game of Attraction is a course that I made for women who are single and who want to improve their dating life. Natural Chemistry is a course that I made for women who are in relationships. Charisma Blueprint is a course that I made in order to develop charisma. The Feminine Woman is my current course. It's more so of a self-help course on how to think long-term, how to set and achieve goals, how to blend in the masculine and the feminine, how to be feminine and not be taken advantage of, how to be masculine and not look like a damn Terminator, right? You can purchase all of them individually at $99 or purchase them all by becoming part of the Mindful Attraction University. Yeah, that's right, where Professor Alex will be your teacher. Yeah, that's right. I'll be calling on you. Hey, Melissa, you got a question? Hey, Tyrina, you got a question? Hey, Quintisha, you got a question? You guys can be part of the university, people, by clicking on the description down below. Or else I'm closing the channel. See you guys later.